Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan, hit
Are we
it.
talking?
Hey, Dan, hit it.
Oh. Yeah, Tim. We talking. Oh. We talking.
It's super loud for everyone else.
Woo! Let's go, Lee.
It's so loud.
This is loud as shit.
It's loud as fuck, right? I've tried lowering it. I don't know why it's so loud.
Oh, what's up, talkers? It's your boy. Oh, your speaker's not broken, don't you worry. But it's your boy, Timmy Moose. Another episode of Oh We Talking. It's your boys again. Dan, Tim,
Look
Bissart.
look at how slow these two have opened their beers.
Oh, I didn't even open.
Yeah, Tim didn't even open it. They were putting it off so much because they both got very, very plastered last night.
My liver hurts.
Oh, look at Timmy. You don't have to, Tim. Oh, it's too late now.
I gotta do it for the talkers.
Yeah, you gotta say the energy coming in wasn't too high there.
It was all right. And then
You got a little lost in
I
your.
got a little lost, and I didn't want them to think
Reel it
that
back in.
that their speaker was broken. So because I was whispering at one point. But nope, it's good. Episode 105, 106.
106.
It's just
106.
It's just moving fast right here. Can't believe it.
Time keeps
But-
on slipping.
Life-
Podcast
life
keeps
is a highway.
on going to the next episode. I don't
So
know. Anyway, I'm just gonna go into.
these
That's a
two
little
got
rough.
incredibly wasted last night. I stayed sober because I'm responsible. No, it's because I have to drive.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't
I
drink
guess
and drive.
that's one
that
and
is
one.
exactly
Yeah.
what.
I guess that's 1 and
responsible
1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody get this
So-
guy his keys.
Yeah. No, I was allowed to have my keys because I did not drink that much because I was driving.
Yeah.
Even though I had the option to stay where we were at, but these two ended up sleeping at Dan's, and they got fucked up. So I texted them in the morning at around like 10 a.m. asking if we were recording today.
He said we can do it early. I'm off.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, we could do it early. I'm completely off.
But
if
we
you
didn't
guys
respond till like
2:30.
Yeah.
2:30.
Yeah, it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I was sitting there waiting. I was like, I don't know if they're busy or
So when my day started officially. It was
Yeah.
like 3 o'clock.
I was like, I don't know if they're fucking busy
I
or
was
if they're
being a pyro.
off or
I was being a pyromaniac in my backyard,
why. What were you doing?
just burning boxes.
Sick invite.
Fuck. I would have came.
We had
I
so
would've
many
came through.
boxes. We had so many boxes.
I would have came through to burn some
Boxes
boxes.
burning shit.
I would have burned.
I would have totally came through. to
Oh,
burn shit.
this was like a last minute. Like my dad just goes, "Hey, you want to burn some boxes?" Like,
You
yes.
could have texted me and Dan, and we both
I-
would have been there within the hour.
I didn't have my
No
phone
questions
on me
asked.
at all.
No questions asked.
No questions asked. Yeah, you could just be like, "Yo, you guys want to burn some boxes?" I would not have asked you why or anything. I would have just showed
If
up.
I
and
ask if I want to burn shit, I'm showing
My
up.
phone,
No matter what it is.
My phone was inside charging because I didn't have it last night. But we'll get into that in shortly. Before we just get too far past the point, we're just gonna go right into it. Hey Dan, can you do that thing?
What thing?
Where everyone can find us? What was it called? Is it the medias?
The medias.
The medias?
Oh yeah. Can you hit him with that?
I'll hit him with the medias. Episode 106. Go follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Go subscribe on YouTube. Go leave a comment, like, share it.
It's
Click-
free.
Yeah, that's free. Then you can go hit the link tree and go buy the merch. That's not free, but you can support the pod. Go buy a beat. You can support the guy over there that puts on the pod.
That's me.
Fucking hit the link tree, share it. If you find a sticker outside, fucking send us a picture of it, add us in, whatever. We'll repost.
We will, in fact,
Love.
repost.
Love the love.
Love
Keep
the love.
sharing. Yeah.
At some point too, we could do a contest. Be like the person that finds the most stickers, and gives like exact locations.
Mine are all in Times Square. Check me.
Oh well, okay.
Times Square is still a pretty big area, so.
Yeah.
No, I know, but
Couple
I'm
mine
saying
are on
like,
buses.
yeah, but like we can give somebody like a hoodie or something. Do like
Yeah.
give a merch giveaway.
Yeah,
Person that
something.
finds the most amount of stickers.
In a day or something.
Yeah.
You want to hunt.
Well, we could do it over like a weekend.
I
The
know.
other person finds the most stickers.
Figure out.
Boom.
But you have to tag us and like the exact location of the sticker.
Why don't you just do it now? Just do it now, and then we'll decide if we want to have a contest, or if you just take the competition away, we'll just hand it to you. All right, like it could be an unspoken contest, and like you were just like, oh, we said in the episode, and then like next thing you know, you just keep doing it for like a week straight, and you just sent like 10 of them. I'm like, you know what? I think think this
I
person.
think this person deserves
and,
a.
yeah, I think they deserve
Or
it.
if we gave you a sticker and like you
Doesn't-
put it
yeah.
put it somewhere, just do the same thing. Show us it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, Are We Talking's out at wherever you're at.
Yeah.
The best is there's one in a bathroom in the mirror. It's still there. I won't mention locations because we don't give out hints here.
At an alleged place that
A well-known place.
a well-known place in Staten. That's a good enough.
Some
I can't
might
believe
say
it's still
it's a-
there. It
It is
probably
still there.
is.
100% still.
You know what that means? You know what that totally means? That bathroom is never cleaned. That's what that proves.
Or they just don't.
They
like-
took it off the urinal, so.
Oh,
Listen
did
to
they?
that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's on the
so-
mirror. It's in the mirror in the girls' room.
So that just tells you:
Fire.
is it did someone just take it off just to take it off, or was it just because they were cleaning and they're like, oh fuck this, okay, we'll take that off. But we'll let you decide.
Yeah.
that one.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talker of the week.
What we got?
Talker of the week is gonna go out to Patty, Alexa's mom. She
Shout out.
She we
Shout
gave her a
out.
bunch of stickers, and you're gonna start seeing them hanging up or somewhere around in Brooklyn. So
They better be.
Turn it up.
so they say allegedly.
Allegedly.
We'll see.
Damn, Tim is shot.
I'm like zoning out, and
I
don't
thought
know.
I was gonna be like the rough one on this episode. Tim's
Yeah,
coming
Tim.
in,
Yeah.
really struggling.
Telling you, getting old sucks. I'm in the 27 club for a reason right now.
Yeah, Tim's.
I'm
Tim's
a
getting
candidate. I'm not in the 27 club. I'm a candidate.
Could definitely join.
I'm the candidate for it.
I honestly, I feel like right now you feel like joining.
They didn't call me yet. They're still getting candidates.
Getting candidates. You got to like submit your case on why you belong.
Yeah.
It's a long application.
It's a long application.
It's a 360. It's 364. The competition.
That's funny.
Can't say it's
Oh,
not.
there's
It
a
can't,
ranking
be, can't be
system.
it can't be 365 because
It's a ranking system.
The day of, yeah.
it's the day of the next one. So, man,
Speaking of getting absolutely obliterated, right? What
Yeah.
are certain things that you guys have lost or done that while you're like blasted?
My
See, I've never-
dignity.
I was about to say my dignity.
Yeah. See, I've never
No.
gotten blasted and like lost my phone or my keys. I've actually lost those things stone sober, which is I don't know what's worse.
Probably worse.
That's really frustrating when that happens. Actually,
When you're
sober and it's just like, you know, I tell myself, gee, I have so much it makes me think like, what the hell am I thinking about? Like, there's like 20,000 things just flying in my head, and I can't remember the basic things. Like, what's my name? My name?
Yeah, or like it's like one of those things when people will be like, "Yo, what's a good song?" and you've never heard of a song in your life. You know, like every song ever
Yeah.
just escapes your brain.
For $1, name a woman.
Shit. Or were you guys
Any
around?
woman.
Were you guys around for that Vine? I'm pretty sure it was a Vine where the guy goes up to his boy and he pinches his nipple and he goes, "Name 5 cereals," and you just can't do it under the
It's
pressure.
the worst. Did you ever get put under that pressure? It sucks.
It
tough.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's real tough.
You can get 2 or 3, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, what's a fucking cereal?
Never ate cereal a day in my life.
Yeah, what is this cereal?
Oh man. Yeah. No. I definitely, besides my dignity, recently in this event that just occurred the day before this recording of this episode, by order the Peaky Blinders.
By order.
I left my
Peaky.
phone
Fucking
at Joe's house, and I slept over at Dan's house. And
I was up
and I was
early looking for it. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I think I went to bed maybe at like 1 or 2. Dan was, I don't know
I
what.
was up till like 4
Yeah. Oh.
PM or AM?
a.m.
Oh, so you got like a solid 2 hours before you woke up.
Like 3.
Nice.
Still woke me up at.
I woke
7.
up at like, I guess I fell asleep shortly after Dan went to bed, because then I woke up. I fell asleep on the floor. Not that Dan was a good host, but I just was too.
You didn't want to get up. It was comfortable.
I was like, nah, this floor's fine. It's fine. No, I did one of those things where like I was just half asleep, and I was like, gee, I found my wallet, I felt my keys, and I was like, where's my phone? So I'm doing the swiping the arm in the area, like I'm
Yeah.
doing snow angels on the floor.
I got a lot of shit on the floor too. Gotta clean my room.
Yeah, I'm
Just
like,
knocking shit over.
I'm just like playing snow angels on the floor, trying to feel for the phone, and I didn't find it, and I kind of stood up a little bit. I moved some of the blankets that were on the floor with me, some of the pillows that were with me, and then I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. So I went to sleep, and then like 2 hours maybe passes.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it was.
It was like 7:30 when
I don't know what time
the
the first time I woke up was, but if you're saying you were up to like 4:30, then it had to be. Dan was already asleep.
Probably
by
like
then.
5
So
o'clock.
it had to be like 5. So like 2 hours later, I sprung up and I'm like, where the hell is it? I didn't find my phone. I was like, where the hell is it? Because I'm like saying to myself, because we were off on Monday, because today's Friday. I was off on Monday, and I'm saying to myself, I don't remember taking the alarm off my phone for like a regular work day. So I'm like, I didn't hear my phone go off.
poor Joe. Joe had that shit ringing.
I was like,
I called his phone twice. And I was like, yeah, maybe it won't
Oh.
ring. It just rang.
But-
No picked up.
Yeah.
I was like going through my house, like, I didn't hear my phone go off. I'm like, did I turn it off? I was like, I don't know. I was like, well, so I started looking again, and then next thing you know, like, I guess moving around and like the stuff on the floor, I guess Dan kind of just sensed that I was awake, and he just kind of looked at me, and I was like, hey Dan, can you call my phone? And then I was
We didn't hear nothing.
yeah, we didn't hear anything. So then I got nervous because we had gone to the deli before we went to Dan's.
Shout out 24-hour deli.
Yeah, shout out. That's that's one of the reasons I love New York City. 24/7 delis, great.
You know, when I first left New York, I found it weird that wasn't a thing everywhere.
It pisses me
sucks.
off.
Yeah.
No, it pisses me off. When I was in Michigan, sucked. When I was at school, sucked.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? What am I supposed to eat?
But you're hammered.
But
you
even
just walk
like-
in, they got everything.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
matter.
even like bigger cities don't. Even like
No.
right over the bridge.
Chicago
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah, Chicago doesn't have that
it.
shit. LA
Weird.
doesn't have that shit. Austin doesn't have that
I don't
shit.
even, Miami maybe.
Fucking Hoboken doesn't have that
No,
shit. Like
everything's closed at 2.
yeah,
Like 3 o'clock the latest.
Yeah.
It's like
everything's
great.
closed.
It's
New
great
York,
here.
hell no.
I love it.
I feel I would love to have one of those deli people on and be like, you've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
coming at, like,
Sure.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, like
Facts.
right before like the normal person.
I've
and,
probably
like,
been a menace that shouldn't have been in a deli at 3, 4 a.m.
I would love to
Yeah.
hear the deli that's near your house. I would like to hear those of like, you remember? You see this guy, right? You know him?
Yeah.
I bet. I wonder if
Late night they know me, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
A few of them. A few of the delis over there know me.
Probably,
No one has seen you more down bad than your local deli guy. No one. No one on planet Earth has seen you more down bad.
I'm just
than
very
your deli
impressed
guy.
that every time I've been to a deli, like absolutely smashed, I somehow walk out of there with the sandwich that I want.
Yeah.
It's the right order. They understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
I just picture they think Dan probably sounds like the coach from Waterboy, and I keep saying this to Dan, like the remember that time.
I think I just ordered it and they just give me whatever. Like,
Uh,
you want that? I'm like,
yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Dan does the
sure.
reverse sure.
One day Dan's just gonna get like a fucking sandwich. It's gonna have like pancakes in it with like fucking bacon and like pastrami and like chipotle mayo just drenched in it.
Oh, gosh.
Sounds
And
pretty
you're
good.
like, sure, sure.
Drunk me would crush that sandwich. Some of the junk orders, though, I wake up in the morning, like if I save half, if I look at them, like, the fuck was I thinking? It was good last night, but what is that?
But no, when we were at the deli, I had thought that I did the. I said it earlier. I thought I did like the Indiana Jones with my phone.
Had to keep the booby trap
So
set.
I use this as an express. Like I think this is the funniest expression because it's very like understandable. Like I thought like I picked up. I brought a bag of chips like with my sandwich. So I thought I was like maybe I took a bag of chips and put my phone in the place of the chips.
Even trade.
I was like, maybe yeah. Or like, even though I have one good hand, I said, gee, let me put this down and let me look at the chips. And like, this is fine. Like that's what was going
Even
through
trade.
my head. Yeah. I had a drink in one hand. I can't put it underneath my arm and do it. Or I can't be normal and put my phone in my pocket.
Yeah. $2 bag of Doritos, $1,000 iPhone. $2 bag of Doritos.
Well, I can't eat the iPhone.
Well, when you're that bopped, honestly, that $2 bag of Doritos.
Probably don't need your phone when you're that boxed.
Who the fuck am I calling right now? I don't need to call anyone. I'm hungry though. I'll come back. It's like a library. It's a porn shop. Imagine I'll trade you this phone.
A what shop?
Porn.
Oh, okay.
They said porn.
I heard porn as well.
Well, they're very similar and they're very pawn shop.
I can give you about $3 for that, or this bag of chips.
Yeah.
Or this bag of chips.
Best I can do is this Arizona.
Deal.
All right.
Imagine you could trade with the deli guy.
I love that one video where the guy's
Probably
like,
could.
"You have 10 seconds to take whatever you want in this deli. Go." And then he's taking something. He's like, "Not the cat, not the cat."
he makes him solve like a math problem, and he gets it right. He's like, "You have 10 seconds to grab whatever you want." 10. Not my cat. Why would he grab the cat?
Fucking
That was,
bodega
like,
cats.
that was his first thing. Was like,
cat.
The cat.
Not my cat.
The entire deli.
That's what you don't see in Staten Island is the bodega cat.
Yeah, it's not a
Like,
Staten Island
like,
thing.
everywhere else
Every other
bodega-
borough's got the
bodega.
deli
Yeah,
cat.
probably because Staten Island's got filled with them crazy cat ladies that take him in themselves.
Well, you do know the real reason of the deli cat, right? Come on, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
the rats.
Stop the rats. I know.
Yeah.
I just like to.
To sit in the freaking bread aisle.
Yeah.
I just like to
It's-
call the crazy cat people out.
Yeah, it's
That's
for,
all.
it's for the rats.
But yeah, no. So I that was like what was going through my head. So then, thankfully, this is like
Shout out, find my iPhone.
Yeah, really. Shout out, find my iPhone. Like that was the one thing. That's
Oh, so
like,
Joe didn't even tell you? he
No.
had
no,
it.
that was like Joe. I was
I don't think Joe woke up from it. Because I texted Joe,
I
like,
don't
when he's
know.
like, I think it's at Joe's house. I texted Joe and I was like, yo, see if Tim's phone's there whenever you wake up. And he texted me like an hour later.
Oh, yeah. I
So-
texted him. No, he responded to me pretty quick, but I woke up at like 10. So
Yeah, it was like 8:30. He responded to me.
yeah.
So I was like, all right. So then we got our way there. But yeah, so I that was a phone. But I think the worst thing I ever lost to this day was my wallet on SantaCon back in
Oh, that
2019.
sucks.
Yeah. What do you think out of like the big three, phone, keys, wallet, what's the worst?
It depends where I am. Like if I'm out and my car's out and I lost my keys, like that's gotta suck. But if I'm home,
See, the keys I don't mind though, because like I don't have like what, my car key? Okay,
Well, that's-
I'll go get my spare.
well,
you
that's
know,
what I'm
like-
saying. But like if I'm like, let's say I'm out, like let's say I was down
Say
the
you
shore,
drove
like let's say
somewhere.
I'm down the shore.
Oh yeah.
and I
you're
can't
beat.
find my keys, and I'm
Yeah.
about an hour out away from my house. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna drive an hour, go home, get the spare. Like, that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks.
and you got to
Yeah.
find somebody that's willing to do that.
exactly.
Or
yeah.
like somebody's not at
That-
work or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. So like that's basically like 2.5 hours out of someone's day.
Yeah.
To do that whole thing, or depending on
Well,
how traffic
more
is.
than that. Yeah, depending on traffic. I mean,
But
an hour and a half.
It's a 40. It's on a good day. It's a 45-minute drive.
Yeah,
back.
no traffic, and you're lucky. 45. You're
now,
at the shore.
imagine you're down in Atlantic City and this happens. Like
Yeah,
I
you're
guarantee
beat.
this happens to
You're
people.
beat.
Like that's a
That's like Mookie's story.
yeah.
He
You
was
remember
stuck.
Mookie when his
Oh, yeah.
grandfather had to come get him?
Oh, I didn't know that one. I knew the when he got money, he gambled, came back, grabbed more money, and did that.
Well, there was that one, but then there was also the one when his grandfather came to get him. You don't remember that one?
I didn't. No, I missed that one in the
Yeah,
story.
he said it. While
I
on
know.
the show.
I don't remember that one.
Oh yeah, he said I was like dead broke in Atlantic City, like not a dollar to my name. He's like, my grandfather came down to get me, and he pulls up next to me and he pulls out a stack of cash out of his front pocket and goes, "You want to go gamble some more?" He goes, "You fucking serious?" He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I came down here to get you. I want to gamble." So he's
Yeah.
like, "All right."
But I mean, think about it like that. Like that's still not terrible. Now let's picture I go on a road trip. Like,
Right.
When you go on a road trip, you don't think to bring both of your keys.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you're like, whatever. I don't need
Yeah,
it.
I'm only gonna take. So if you go down a road trip, let's say you go down to Florida and you can't fucking find your keys.
Yeah.
You're like,
Fuck.
shit.
You know, I've actually never thought about that, but that's actually a really good idea to give somebody else in the car your spare key to the car.
It's like the nuke, like calling in the two nukes over there. You got the two people with the keys.
Yeah.
They can't be in the same room though.
Yeah. I think that's actually a really good idea too. I've never thought about that. You'd be like, "Yo, hold this in your pocket at all times." Like,
Yeah, I mean the other thing you could always do is like you have your regular keys on you, and then like you just pack your other spare key like in your luggage in like a zipper that you'll never go in. Like that's the only other thing you could do.
right? But if you lock yourself out of your car, then
Well, if it's in your luggage.
yeah. But if your luggage is in your car and you lock your car and you
Uh,
lose your key,
Well, I mean that just depends. Yeah, no, it all depends on the situation. Like me,
Yeah.
I'm picturing like if you're going somewhere, like your luggage is gonna be in wherever you're sleeping. I mean, if you're sleeping in your car, yeah, that's not the best.
yeah,
idea.
no, that's different. Yeah, you're right. But I was thinking of more in the aspect of like on the trip, and then like
Yeah.
let's say you stop somewhere and lose your key there. then it's that, you know.
I mean, at that point, you know, like if depending how long you're at that stop, you know it's gotta be in that area.
That's true.
But still, like even then, like you're like an hour
Yeah.
searching for this thing, you're like, fuck, where the hell?
Fucked.
But I mean, hey, if your luggage is in your car, if that spare key's in your luggage in your car, then you got to call like Papa Lock or something.
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
I mean, what also sucks is losing your wallet just for the fact of you having to get everything from your wallet back, including your ID.
Yeah. You don't know what you got in it.
And
Like,
that's the fucking worst.
So what was in the wallet when I lost it for SantaCon, which kind of sucked because I was actually being responsible. Like it wasn't like I mean I did get drunk. I will admit I did get inebriated. It was SantaCon in New York City.
Wait, there's a difference between drunk and inebriated.
Absolutely.
So you were inebriated.
Yes, because
Okay.
I was coherent. I was aware of everything going on.
inebriated means like heavily intoxicated.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Yeah,
was one of those.
inebriated means like you're slurring, like you can't walk straight.
Oh well, I was.
There's
I
a
was
big
in, I
difference
was in a
between
range, sure, whatever. I was drinking.
You were drunk.
Buzzing. The boys were buzzing.
Yeah, boys were 100% buzzing. Everyone was, and what happened was my Santa pants had zippers in them for the pockets. So
Oh, that's great.
everybody was like, "Gee,
Hold this.
hold this." So the entire night, if I had people's wallets, someone's like, "Hey, can I get my wallet? Hey, can I get my phone?" So all day, I
That
was
would drive me nuts. I'm not holding everybody's shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
Get
well,
outta
the thing
here.
was like I was next to them. It wasn't like they were. It was like so like I'd be like, here you go. I'm like, okay, like whatever. I had my drink, and then next thing you know, I'm like heading home, and I'm like, we're in the cab, and I gave everyone their stuff, and then I'm like, fuck, where's
my wallet?
where's my wallet now? Because I'm giving everyone else their wallet, like they're aware that they have their stuff. Whereas
Right.
me, like I haven't took my wallet out because I'm taking their wallet out, so people are buying me drinks.
Right.
So I didn't have a need to get my wallet out.
Right.
I had T-Rex arms, which you don't know what T-Rex arm is. It's when like T-Rexes have very tiny hands, so they can't reach their wallet. So
Yeah.
you got T-Rex hands, you can't get in your pocket and get your wallet out.
Yeah, that drive me nuts. I'm not holding everyone's shit. I'll hold one person's shit.
And the whole time I'm like, I know how much I had in it. Like canceling the credit cards wasn't terrible. That's an easy 1, 2, 3 call.
I mean, now it's not even a call. You can just go to the apps for the credit cards, and they all just have
Yeah,
lost card,
That's
and they just kill it right there.
that's assuming I have the apps on my phone.
Oh, I have the apps to all
Yeah.
my credit cards.
Well,
That's how I pay them.
I just have automatic payment on them, and
You just don't check nothing.
I get the mail, and I'm like, okay, good. Everything's.
You're still getting paper things.
You know, I'm
not
actually
paperless?
I get them too, but the amount of times I've requested paperless from all of my credit cards, but they still send me the bill, I was like, it's ridiculous at this point. Anyway,
Yeah. So I mean, the cards was easy. That was an easy thing. The Metro cards, I knew that I was like, well, there was only maybe no more than $10 on it. 'Cause rule of thumb, I don't know about you guys when it comes to a Metro card. You probably don't even use Metro cards these days.
Omni baby.
I make sure that I don't put no more than $40 on my Metro card
Why?
because if I lose my Metro card, I'm be pissed.
I fill it up
That's
after
pretty valid.
55. 'Cause
Well,
that's-
yeah,
that- that's
but
like the
some-
big one on the credit cards, like
some-
55.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's a nice number.
Some of them either
Bing.
some of them go up to 40 or some of them go to 55. I go like
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
But I
Okay.
make sure I don't go anything over that because if I lose the Metro card, I'm like, fuck, that was
Yeah,
that sucks.
big money.
Omni.
Um,
Omni.
No, I don't want them knowing where I'm at.
I was doing that, but now I got like a discounted Metro card, so I don't.
Oh yeah,
use
fucking
Metro
them,
card.
yeah.
With work.
No, my neighbor gave me his.
Oh, nice.
Allegedly.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, so I had that. I was like, okay, I think it was like $10 on the Metro card at that point. And then the one thing that I'm more pissed off about, because driver's license wasn't that bad at all to get. I was a little upset about that at first.
Sure.
But
a pain in the ass.
yeah, it wasn't bad. And then I just I think that was like a $19, and I got my ID, like a new ID. I was like, that's fine. Right after all, that one was cracked because our friend Rob actually
Snapped it.
snapped it.
He said, "Oh, this is fake."
Yeah, because I was like one of the first ones to have like the
new one.
the new 21 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Wait, for
And
what? I'm sorry.
Your
I was in the
driver's
middle of a
license,
sneeze.
the driver's license.
Okay.
So
And
Rob's-
who cracked it in
our
half?
friend Rob,
That's
yeah, and Rob.
Edit. I'm an amateur. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so no, he so we were like going around, and I was showing people my ID because I had.
Wait, he did it purposefully?
Well, this was.
I don't
how
think
it
he
worked.
meant to
No,
actually
we
snap
were,
it.
we were at the bars drinking one time.
He was hammered.
He was and
Okay, I know what that means.
in
Yeah.
my ID
no more,
yeah.
no need to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So what happened was, I had my ID, and I was like, oh yeah, like I have my hat, like whatever.
It was like when New York first changed it to like
black and white.
the black and white with the see-through thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no, I got the new one.
Yeah, I got the new one, and I had the hat.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, "Wait, you could wear a hat? You could wear a hat like it looks fake. It looks fake." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Hold on, let me ask Rob."
Yeah.
So I asked Rob, and Rob, I go,
You
"Hey,
start
Rob."
bending-
I go, "Rob,
start
is this
bending
fake?"
it.
He goes, "Yeah, it's fake." It just goes like this. I was like, "Bro, what?"
Snapped
the
it
fuck?
completely in half. I was like,
No,
oh
no,
my
He
god.
snapped it like we're like there's like a crack going down the middle. I'm like, "What the fuck, Rob?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What did you do?" And he's all like, he doesn't
He's
even
sauced. I
He
was
has
like,
no like. He did not even like have like any realization. He just act like what he actually just did.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just cracked my ID. Now it looks 100% fake that you cracked my ID. And he is like, I don't know, like this and that. But so that ID
Shout
had a
out,
crack.
Rob.
Yeah, so that ID had a crack on it. But I mean, it still worked. Everything was still a legal, identification.
He broke a government. That's technically government property.
Well, it wasn't. He cracked it. It wasn't
Still,
Like, yeah.
still government property
Yeah.
though.
So I was like,
That's pretty
okay.
funny.
Yeah,
That is-
like
yeah.
there was just no. I was like, Rob, is this?
if it was my idea, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
But being it wasn't mine, it was pretty funny.
I was like, Rob, is this fake? He goes, yeah, it's fake. And like, he didn't even look at it. He didn't even like. He just goes, yeah, it's fake. And he just full on like, because the new IDs that we have, they're a little more like they're very like you can't fake. They're very difficult to
Nah,
fake.
there's good ones now.
I mean, I've seen them allegedly, but no, like compared to the other ones, they were actually flimsy. Like,
Like
when
at the time,
you can
they were,
actually touch tip to tip. Pause.
Hey yo.
On the cards, like you could fold, you can actually bend the IDs, and they
Yeah,
won't
they were
crack.
like a soft plastic, almost like the
you
old
could
school
get
floppy
You can get the
disks.
plastic cover off and chalk them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then put it back on with an iron.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But no, so
I've heard that those on the new IDs, that like clear little plastic part, if you're drunk and breathe on it, they turn blue.
Right. No
That's
idea.
what I've heard.
Also, like, there's new New York IDs now.
Well, you're not drunk.
so.
What?
I don't know.
Wait. Did you? Okay.
No, I don't think.
No, mine's too.
I'm sure your brother could add a little
My ID's so scratched.
whatever
up.
over that.
Yeah, just
Black that over.
make that like a dragon.
Yeah.
Make it a dick. So he's
Well,
blowing on
I mean,
a dick.
You can't see that at all.
Yeah, make that a dick. So he's blowing on a dick.
Enhance. Enhance.
Make it an eggplant.
That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I was like, okay. So my ID was cracked. That was one thing. I didn't really care about that. I got a new one. The one.
Wait, this is
thing-
all the same day?
No.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
saying, but
Well, that's
like,
why I didn't care about.
yeah, that's
losing
why I
an ID.
didn't care about
It
losing
was,
ID.
it was
Okay,
fucked
okay.
up.
It was
okay.
it was already broken. I was like $20, whatever. I get a new one. The one thing that was in my wallet that I was actually the most upset about was my college ID was in that. And the reason why that upset me about the college ID was
I was gonna
because
say a condom. I'm not gonna lie.
no, yeah, no. What's that? What is
What
that?
is that? Use condoms,
I'm a
kids.
virgin.
Please use condoms. Be responsible.
I am a virgin. I am a chast.
Me too.
I have a chastity belt.
Me too.
Combination.
Yeah.
You got to find out.
Meet the Spartans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So what happened? So yeah. So the thing with the significance of this college ID was the fact that when I was a freshman, it used to be called one school, and then they actually after like they were in the middle of a merger when I got into the school. So by my, I think it was sophomore year, they actually had went through with the whole name change, and when they went through with the whole name change, they had a new ID for that new school name.
Okay.
And so I had the old one. So technically, like, that was a vintage ID because technically that school doesn't exist anymore. But it still was validated. So the inside joke was if they have a, you know, and you would say the new school, if they have that at college ID ID on their card, they're too young for you.
That's funny.
So I was like, I mean, I went through college and I had the ID, but it was like, it's my, you know, it was me when I was
Nostalgic.
18 years old,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, and I'm still trying to get my school, like calling, like texting people that are like that work for the school now,
Right.
and I'm like, can you like get me a new ID, please? Like, I'm like, I also like getting the ID just because it's, you know, it's
I still got mine.
Yeah, everyone's like.
I still got my
I
Peter's
actually
IDs.
still have my
And-
college ID as
Yeah, I
well.
got my high school
missed
ones,
having
too.
it. Yeah, I have
Oh,
all
my high school
I
one's
have
long
I
gone.
have my high school ones.
A high school one is long
But
gone.
some people are like, well, Tim, why would you carry something so significant in your college in your wallet? Well, that's a great question. Because some places they need 2 photo IDs. So I always had the school ID and.
I always
driver's
found that the stupidest shit on the planet. If I ever went somewhere and they told me I needed 2 forms of ID, I don't even
I
want to
said,
go.
well, I don't
Well,
got to.
no, the thing
There's
that-
your second one. Look, it's me.
Yeah.
The thing that pisses me off is they don't accept credit cards. Like people like my credit card literally has my name on it. No, I need 2 photo IDs.
Yeah, I've been to, and they tried to do that to me one time at Kettle. I don't even remember what was going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
your
But
ID was fake.
yeah.
they were like, "No, do you have another form?" I'm like, "You want 2 forms of?" I was here last week. Like I was
Yeah.
literally here last week, and then like the bouncers spoke amongst themselves and they just handed me back to me like, "All right, you can go in." I was like,
Yeah.
"Bruh." I mean, granted, the photo on my picture doesn't look like me, but I look older now. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Look at me. Mine's great.
Yeah.
I had a shaved
oh yeah,
head.
yeah,
No
yours
beard.
is great.
No beard,
Yeah.
shaved head.
What happened? Cocaine's one hell of a drug.
Hey, yo, allegedly.
It's a quote of a movie. It's a quote of actual movie.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
I like that.
No, it really is though.
I know it is, but
But yeah, no. So that's the whole reason why, especially going to SantaCon in the city. Like I was like, I was only, I was a year and a half out of school. So like I still had it in my wallet. I was like, and I lost that. So that was the biggest thing. I was upset. I was like, the entire time I was like, I hope someone really does the right thing. And if they found the wallet, like they could keep the money. That there probably was like $15 in there. Like it really wasn't much. I go, all they have to do. Fun fact: if you ever find a wallet, you can just throw the wallet in the the postal box, and they'll mail it to you. Like that's because it's an ID on it, like an address.
oh, and they'll just send it.
The postal service, yeah, they'll literally send the wallet to where it gotta go.
That's a lot of faith in the mailman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they take it. It's a legal documentation, so it's like anything else.
I guess.
One of my work ID says it on the back. It says just throw this in the mailbox and we'll.
Yeah, that's what.
Send it
Yeah,
to-
some work IDs literally say if you find this
this-
card, send it to this area.
Just throw it in a mailbox, and eventually it'll find its way back to you.
Exactly. Yeah. So for like 2 months, I was like, maybe
Maybe it'll come back.
Maybe it'll come back, and like I'm like that'd be pretty cool, and it just
Never
never
did.
never did.
Not in New York.
Yeah, honestly,
Definitely
I was
not
saying,
anyway.
I say to myself, I go, gee, some homeless person probably has been using my ID, or maybe a college kid at the time, because I mean, this is already
I'm
4
sure.
years ago.
Yeah,
This
kids,
is already
kids
4
used
years.
to take it.
yeah. I'm like, this is already
Yeah,
4 years
going
ago.
all the way out to your school to fucking.
Well, no,
Oh,
like,
your
'cause
ID is
my
like, yo,
driver's-
this kind of looks
my
like you. Want this? Is
driver's-
a 21.
oh, to get
This is
it.
a 21
Yeah.
ID. Do you want it?
Yeah,
It kind of
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's where I was. Yeah.
Okay.
So and then they have the 2 forms right,
Right.
there, and they have credit cards, but the credit cards are pointless. But you could use all show on them.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I lost them because we did walk to a couple different places. I think So that was the biggest thing that I probably lost.
I was real close to losing my phone once. I
what?
think I told this story on the podcast before,
Mhm.
but I somehow dropped my phone behind the bar. No idea how. Got on the
Oh,
train.
like where the bartenders sit?
No, like the outside of the bar.
I'm confused now.
I blacked out. I blacked out at Talkin Town.
Okay.
And I get on the train to go home. Don't think anything of it. Didn't have my phone
Yeah.
on me, but I had no idea. Somehow I end up on the bus. I get woken up at the ferry by the bus driver at 7 a.m. He was like, hey, bud, last stop. You have to get off. And I was like, why am I on the bus? Why am I at the ferry right now? I was on the train. And I was like, fuck, I don't have my phone. I was like, I hope somebody didn't steal it. So whatever, I hop back on the bus, get home. It's like 7:30. My dad's eating breakfast. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I lost my phone. I got to find it. Find my iPhone. Boom, it's at Talkin Town. I was like, fuck.
Gotta go back.
So I gotta go back. I guess I'm not going to sleep. I'm gonna go try to find it. I don't think they're open yet, but I'll go over there. Maybe it's somewhere. So I get out there, whatever, and I'm like looking around. I ping it a couple times. It's like nothing. Like I'm walking around the building. Get to the back. It's face down, ringing. And I was like, I found it.
That's amazing.
Now, I got one. Now this wasn't me that I didn't lose this, but this is probably one of the funniest events that I got to witness someone losing something, and we found out what it was. It was so one of my roommates had lost his car keys.
Okay.
Okay, Now we're trying to retrace our steps.
This was you in school, or this
was me at school,
Okay.
in college. And all I know is I was making jokes because we ended the night, before we went back to campus, we ended the night at a strip club. So I kept busting his chops, and I says, I guarantee you your car keys are at the strip club. The entire time, like, I guarantee you, like, that's the only other place. And he's like, no. He's like, yeah, I had to have left it at this bar or whatever. I'm like, no. It's 100%, like,
At the strip club.
the strip club. So after we played Hangover, where we had to retrace our steps, so we went to, like, this place, went to this bar, nothing. Finally, he's like, I don't want to go there and ask for the keys. So he calls up and says, hey, excuse me, have you guys found any car keys? And they were like, yes. So we have a car key, like someone left their car keys there. And then he's like, is it this car, like Brandon? And like, yes. So I'm hysterical laughing the whole time because we went back there at like 10 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning.
The morning shift.
Yeah, and I was like, gee, I didn't even know this place was open. Like, I was like, I'm not going in there.
Imagine being in the strip club at 10 a.m.
Upstate New York.
I was like, I'm not even going to go there. I don't want my face to be shown during the daylight going here, like, at all. I'm sitting in my car.
He's like, ooh, lower the seat.
Yeah, I was like, I parked a block ahead, but I had just enough where I could get him out. And I remember I had a video. It's long gone now, but I had a video of him
walking
coming out, and he sees me recording. He just pulls the keys up like this, and with a big smile on his face. I'm like, he's an idiot. He's such an idiot. But that I thought was one of the funniest. But he found it. But
I always do the full wallet keys check when I wake up. Like, first I find my phone. I'm like, all right, fine.
yeah.
I look at my wallet. I'm like, I have to open it. See if I spent all my money or if I left my card somewhere.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
It's the best feeling. You open it, and you're like, oh, I got my cards. I don't care what money I got in here. I don't care what I spent. It's just fucking.
I've definitely left my tab open in a few places.
Yeah.
You just cancel the card.
What's up?
Just cancel the card. That wasn't me.
Yeah, allegedly it's you said
That's
you do.
fucking I never thought of that. I just go get my card and then just sign off on whatever it is.
No,
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
I'm not walking back there.
I wasn't there. What?
I wasn't there last night.
I was at this.
If it's on the island, fine. If I left it somewhere like in the city or something, no shot I'm going back.
No
shot,
shot.
I'm going.
I would,
Like, it's done.
Fuck that.
It's done. It's gone.
Yeah. No, the other thing that, so I tend to lose my driver's license, or I not really lose it, but I misplace it because.
How often do you take your driver's license out?
Well, here's how I lose it. So then the time that we go, like when I show the bouncers or the people at the front door,
No, you just throw it in your pocket instead.
I just because I already take it out of my wallet, and if it's cold, I have my ID ready. So I have my wallet back in my pants, and I have my wallet out. I mean, I have my ID showing them because
First thing is put it back, yo.
Well, that's the thing. I put it back, but I always put it in a different pocket, and I go.
Oh no, I'm saying back in the wallet. Right back in the wallet.
It depends. It depends how I was going to the bar. Like if the pregame was good and the drinks were flowing, then I'm like, okay, it's fine. Let's go. Right
Impressively, knock on wood, never lost my wallet. So
here. Yeah.
we're gonna keep it that way. But
I remember one of the times it was at my school. We had Saranac Thursday, and the next day, my one friend from my school was like, she messaged me. It's like, hey, I don't know how, but I have your ID. I was like, well, no, you don't. My ID's in my wallet. And I was like, what do you mean? It's in my wallet. Like, the entire time, she's like, I have your ID. I was like, you don't have my ID because like
This
I'm
isn't
like,
a beach. It's a bathtub,
I'm like,
lady.
it's literally in my wallet. Why would you have it? She's like, I have. And then she sent the photo, and I was like, what?
what the fuck?
Like me, I don't know why. It was just like I was like, there was no because again, I was waking up in the morning and I was processing my thoughts, so I didn't look at my wallet. I was like, I just kept saying,
You see your wallet there, and you're like, it's fine.
I was like, I have my wallet. Why would you have my ID? That doesn't make sense. And then that was the start of me realizing what I do with my ID. But what happened was she's like, yeah, I don't. But the thing is, she doesn't even remember having it.
How she got it?
Yeah,
right.
she's like, I don't know how I got it. Like, but she's like, because I didn't even remember seeing her that night.
Right.
So I was like, how did you want it? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know if someone handed it to me saying like, do you know this person? And I was like, yes, I know that like, and then just put it in my pocket. Like, I don't know. I was like, cause I definitely didn't like go around and show people my ID like at the bar. Like I know for a fact I didn't do that then. Because at college, everyone was 21. Everyone was over 21. So.
Allegedly.
No, those ones are strict. There's a brewery right over there. It was very strict. No one wanted to fuck that up. Everyone's like, I'm not getting my place shut down. That's right next to the brewery. That,
Right.
No. So they're pretty strict there. So that's why I was like, I wouldn't take my ID, So I was like, I don't know. But anyway, she had it, and it was all like you could tell like it was probably on the floor or whatever because it was like all like.
Probably
stomped on,
picked it up.
disgusting.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I know him. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, there was all,
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah.
probably what happened.
I
She
don't
probably
know.
looked down at like that moment in time and saw your face and was just like, I know this fucker. Just,
Yeah. I don't know, but that was, and then obviously the one story I told about spring break when I lost my ID out there, and it wound up.
Use your ID a lot.
But that wound up being at or at the pool. That was the funniest thing. It was like, how is my ID, not my wallet, but how is just my ID at the pool at the hotel? I was like, makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, the most I've ever lost when I got drunk was that time when we were in the Bahamas. And I'll tell my Bahamas story here fully one day. And I said that to Dan like he was there, and he wasn't. It just clicked for me that he wasn't there.
Nope.
But I lost my room key.
That's
Oh.
rough.
That sucked. It was like 2 a.m.
An actual key though, right? Like a
No, it's like a card.
Card.
gotcha.
It's like one of those scanner
You have to
things.
go through the whole thing.
Yeah, that's-
go
that's
back
not-
to the front desk.
Well, see, the problem was my name wasn't on
The room.
the room. So I'm sitting there saying my name, and they're just like, you aren't here. And drunk me isn't clicking for me that I didn't buy the room. I just sent the money for the room. So my drunk ass just keeps going, no, I'm obviously
have to be
here.
here.
I have a room here. And the lady's like, no, you don't. No one's here. And I was like, oh, wait a second. And then I give
the real name.
the real name of who was there. And there's like, they have a room there. I was like, yeah, I'm staying with them. And they're like, well, how do we know that? And I was like, are you serious right now? I was like, it's 3 in the morning.
I just fabricated
Well, I
this
mean,
name.
think about 3 a.m. and someone doesn't.
Yeah, but like I just happen to know the perfect name of this person that happens to be staying in this room.
Nah, it sounds sus.
Yeah, you're right.
Sounds like a stalker.
Yeah, you're right.
Honestly,
I'm blitzed off my ass. I'm here stalking.
were you in a tracksuit?
No, I wasn't interested.
Were you
I was-
speaking English, or did any Albanian
That I
come
couldn't
out?
tell you.
He only had the pants on with the white tank top.
Just the white beater on.
Yeah.
The white beater with the velour,
the chain, yeah.
the velour sweatpants, the
It's
Puma
good you didn't have the
sweatpants.
sleeve at that time. Imagine you
I
had
didn't
the-
have the sleeve at the
Yeah,
time.
they definitely wouldn't have let you.
Yeah, they definitely be like, sir.
Oh yeah, it's right this way. It leads you right to the cop car.
I would have been in Bohemian jail. Yeah, that was a good time. I lost my room key, and I'm sitting there. Poor lady. I'm like almost like I'm going back and forth with her, and be like, no, I'm staying here. Like this is. I've been here for the last 3 days. You can't tell me I don't have a room here. Drunk me not clicking that the room isn't under my name.
Imagine you just rouse off everybody that's in the group.
Yeah.
Is it this person? This person? This person? No.
Yeah. And then I was like, wait. It like finally clicked for me after 5 minutes of going back and forth with this poor lady. And I was like, wait, I didn't buy this room. I just gave money for this room. Search up this person. Yeah. I was like, that's the room I'm staying in. You see how it says 2 guests? Yeah, I'm the second guest.
I've definitely I've lost myself a couple times. Just go the wrong direction. I
Like
bet you
in a deep philosophical sense, or you
No,
just didn't know where
no.
you were?
You lost your
no,
shoes, didn't you?
No, I had my shoes in my
that
hand.
you knew one kid that got lost his shoes.
No, I had my
from
shoes
school.
off and the cops showed up.
Oh, that
Oh,
was.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
why. And I said I had no idea. It's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I know where I was, but like how to get back to where I had to be. I was just wandering around for a while. You know,
Yeah.
probably
I'll
going
figure it out.
the wrong way,
Figure
right
it
way, maybe. I don't know.
Well, there was
That's
the one
kinda
time
rough.
we were in Atlantic City too, and we were pre-gaming before going to the club, and Carmelo, or Bear, as everyone knows him, had a suite. And I think you were there for this when we threw Nick's
Nope.
flip-flops off the balcony.
Nope, wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you definitely were there. I didn't know you at the time.
Mm-mm.
But so we were in Atlantic City, and Carmelo had a suite. So it was on the top floor too. We're talking 9 levels
Did I
up.
let you open the balcony door?
Well, the balcony to the outside where the rest of the rooms are.
Hmm.
So like not the balcony to because there's no balconies. 'cause,
Yeah.
you know,
Outside, yeah.
The people
Vegas
jump.
rules. You know, so they had the balcony that was outside that just led to the bottom to where everything was.
Yeah.
And Carmelo was drunk and he was talking shit with Nick. And Nick was, Carmelo's like, I'm going to throw your fucking shoes over the side. And Nick goes, you won't. And Carmelo said, what?
Mhm.
He just flung the door open, held it open. He goes, "You won't drop him." He said, "What?" And just let him go. So he had to walk down 9 flights barefoot to go get his shoes back and then
That's
come
gross.
back up in Atlantic City.
Get a tetanus shot after that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I
definitely-
mean, I also don't remember bringing home a cornhole board once, but I know the bartender gifted it to me.
a corner.
Just one?
Just one. Yeah, because it was like some promotion when the bar didn't have a backyard. So it was like, you guys want that? You guys play? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
So you only have
And-
one cornhole.
Yeah, we have one, but my dad made the other one.
Oh, okay.
But like I don't know. I
Oh,
carried it home.
the wooden ones?
Yeah,
Those are big as shit.
I was around the block from my house.
You just dragged it back home?
Yeah,
I would
guess. I guess.
imagine the neighbors just staring at
It's
the
kinda
wall.
heavy. I was on puke on my steps that night,
You know,
so I left a cornhole board and puke on my front steps. I went to
It
bed.
would have been even.
Don't
funny.
remember any of it, but
It
I
kind
did.
of would have been funny if Dan was in his Jesus outfit and he's carrying his
No, I
big
know,
piece
it's-
of wood.
My parents just woke up in the morning and was like, where the fuck did he steal this from? I was like, I didn't steal it. It was a gift. I promise. Bartender said I could have it.
That's so funny. Damn. That's such a weird thing to. Okay.
Yeah. It was a bit of a walk with the cornhole board, but I got it.
I think
I love
that
how the cops didn't come for that.
I have.
Hey, bud, what are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing?
That leads me
Walking
to
home?
this. We'll do a halftime show, and then I'm just throwing this topic out because this goes right into the whole thing with Dan. But first, we'll give this shout out to these sponsors because, oh my gosh, that was bad. Without these
Did
sponsors,
you just have like a heart attack? Like,
yeah,
what was that?
I had a mini stroke or something.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. Like the words just wouldn't come out. I glitched. This goes out to our sponsors because without these sponsors, this show would still continue as it has for the last 104, now soon to be 105 episodes. 106. I'm dyslexic.
Yes.
Starseed child. You heard it here first.
Yep.
You're like that thing.
What?
My sponsor goes out to me possibly being dyslexic because we were coming down on it last night. And this is a solid chance that I was just never diagnosed for it.
Struggling to spell restaurant. Tim had it spelled right. He said, that's not right.
I literally figured out the puzzle too, and Tim wrote it completely perfect. It was farm to table restaurant. Nobody else could figure it out. I got it right there. I was like, oh, it's farm to table restaurant. And Tim spells it out, and I'm looking at him like, that's wrong. He goes, is it really? And now Tim is actually dyslexic. And I'm looking at him like, that's not right. There's a U in it. He did put a U in it.
I mean, we're just egging everybody
Yeah.
on. Like, no, that's wrong. It's definitely wrong.
Yeah, I was upset. I was like, you guys just took advantage of a dyslexic kid
Yeah.
and a potential other dyslexic kid. I was like, that's fucked up.
So that's my
For
sponsor
fake
for this
money.
week.
You chose fake money over
Yeah,
friendship.
some points on a fucking screen.
Hell yeah.
That literally means nothing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Which would have won us the game, actually.
It would have won us the game.
Yeah, that was a surprise puzzle.
Yeah. I'm so upset. I was like,
Yeah.
But so yeah, shout out to those
Possibly being dyslexic.
people possibly being dyslexic and those people that are dyslexic. Shout out, because
Yeah, I've never been tested for it, but
Probably should be.
It really
I
sounds like it's
could-
contagious. Like you're hanging out with me. Yeah, you should probably get tested for dyslexia.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Like I've noticed it throughout my life. I do flip numbers often, and I flip letters a lot. I just
Do
never.
you flip them off?
I
Fuck
do
this
flip
man.
'em.
Fuck this man.
Fuck restaurants, all
Fuck
right.
that letter.
There are a lot
Wait,
of words.
which letter? I don't know. Tim, there's one letter. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
I don't know what letter that is, but fuck that letter.
Yeah, no, I mean there are a lot of words in the English language that piss me off. So restaurant is definitely one of them now. Like the word enough. Enough pisses me off to no end. The word enough.
Why?
Because the way it's fucking spelt. That's not how you spell that word, okay? I don't care what nobody fucking tells you. ENOUGH is how you get
No.
that. And you're telling me you know how when you were a kid they're like, "Oh, sound that out."
They put two F's at the end.
Yeah, it's ENUFF. That's how you spell enough.
Enough. Yeah.
That's how you spell the word enough. You're telling me if you didn't know that word and I put it in front of you and I said sound that out, what the fuck are you gonna tell me? Enough, like
That's right. At least it's better than French when they go ton 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 ton.
shout out to French.
Love that video. It's like my aunt eats this. and
Yeah,
does
yeah.
that.
It's like ton, 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 ton.
I'm like,
For those that don't know what we're talking about, just Google search French in
same
Google Translate.
Yeah, exactly. Same word or whatever. Same sound.
Just look up French language is fucked up, and it'll basically come up.
That's a whole conversation.
It is.
That's a sentence that makes total sense too. So,
It's the sentence like it's like an out there sentence, but like it makes sense, and it just.
It's like Morse code.
It is. Shout out to French.
Shout out to weird languages that make no sense at all, but somehow people understand it. Like I'm gonna be giving out like sign language. Shout out to this one lady that finessed some type of mayor's conference or whatever mayor's speech where she had no idea how to do sign language, but she snuck on. She volunteered and said, "Oh, I can do sign language," and the entire time she's just making random shit that she later got caught for.
She was doing Naruto like Sharingan shit.
She was like
Fireball Jutsu.
just random, like not making any sense at all. Like, but she would do the thing like where she would stop, hesitate, as like that's what they actually do. Like,
Right.
You see a lot of them hesitate what they're doing, and then they'll go back into it.
Right.
So she's like, I don't know what she was making all the different different things. It was like gang. I don't know what.
You guys ever see the one of Waka Flocka? When he's
Yeah.
performing, and then there's the
lady's
sign
going
language
hard.
interpreter.
Yeah.
She's going
And
hard.
he thinks she's just going off. And then he goes up next to her and starts dancing too.
Yeah, he thinks she's dancing.
She thinks she's dancing. He has no idea what she is. She's literally on stage performing. He's just like looking at his boys like, yo, she's going off. Goes up next to her and starts dancing with her. Poor lady's just there doing her job.
it's gotta be so hard to be one of those like, sign language interpreter at a concert. You just
For
fucking
real.
going nuts.
For real.
Yeah, it's one of those things, especially. This is going off the tangent, but like I feel like I understand like deaf people, like everyone going to a concert, but like I just feel like it's like that. That's like the one thing I feel so bad for, like with people that are deaf, like when it comes to like going to like concerts and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I mean, they feel like I know a lot of them. They look
Like-
for the vibration.
I would imagine, like at those decibel levels, you still kind of
feel-
hear
you
it,
feel
but
it.
like you feel it more.
Yeah, which
you
I
know?
think is kind of cool at the same time.
Yeah.
But like that's why I'm like, does the sign language person kind of like?
I think they have to.
Just
like
puts the words
legally,
there.
they
Just
have
puts
to.
the words there.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm at that concert, I'm not gonna look at the sign language person. I'm gonna be looking at the performer.
What if you're at a rave? How do you do the wubs?
You just feel the vibrations.
Wub, 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 wub,
You just wait for it to say something. And the drop.
Just still a jellyfish. Just still a jellyfish. The jellyfish like from SpongeBob. He's just probably didn't. I don't know. Probably understand it.
Oh my god, that's funny.
All right, Dan. What do you have?
This one goes out to the late night sandwiches and late night deli worker that deals with my shit because
Yeah,
like they fucking hook it up
Sure.
and never forget the Bev.
Never forget the Bev. I saw a sign. I posted it up on my Instagram story where Arizonas are becoming $1.25.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I saw that.
I tried the
Yeah,
hard
I-
Arizona yesterday, kind of fire.
The hard Arizonas are fire. I also
Fire.
tried them yesterday. Those I'm comfortable paying $3 for.
Didn't they have the Arnold Palmer, hard Arnold Palmers?
Yeah, they have the green teas, the regular
No,
iced.
hard, like a hard, like it's an alcoholic.
Yeah, they
Arnold
do.
Palmer. Yeah,
Yeah.
those
But
ones-
now they
those
have like
ones are good.
the regular Arizonas that it just tastes like in Arizona.
Yeah, they're deadly. Like that's
It's like
dangerous.
5% and it just tastes like you're drinking a regular Arizona.
Yeah,
It's like a twisted
Pretty
tea.
sick.
literally,
Pretty sick.
it's basically a twisted tea,
But,
But it's
obviously
Arizona.
Arizona's
but
good.
it's in Arizona.
Yeah, that's good.
They're good for the morning drink if you get the Arizona in the morning.
Mhm.
Fucking if you want a little how you doing with
Oh, how
it.
you doing with your
Well, how you
Arizona?
doing?
Can't forget the Bev.
Sure.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So this topic I'm kind of throwing this out here because it kind of goes to what Dan was with the cornhole. What's something that like when you went out, either you or someone you know,
Nice tasty
they-
lick.
they took something or they wound up with something at their house and you're like, like they just took it from somewhere.
Oh, I wasn't there to witness it, but Ron's It statue.
Like a cutout board.
No, he has a full mechanical
Yeah,
motorized
it's like
It.
6'3". It Pennywise that like. big
Yeah, he has a 6'3"
That he just- that-
motorized. I want to come on and explain how he got
I think
it.
his mom won it in a raffle. but
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about
Like-
like how like Dan went out drinking and came back with. The
I've
cornhole
stolen
set.
plenty
Oh.
of cones and stuff.
like
Like cones, like the
Yeah.
small ones. I've taken like the big round one. I took it back to my college apartment. And we woke up and they're like, "Why was this here?" I was like, "I don't know. I think I took it." They're like, Well, we didn't take it. I was like, yeah, it's probably me then.
One of the things that I was tending to do, especially in the wintertime, when I was because it was around elections, and I just would drunkenly start walking, and I would see the signs, and I was like, yeah, it's all right, and I would take all the election signs and hang them up in my dorm room. So like people were like, do you know who any of these people? I was like, no.
He had every person ever. It was
It's
Democrat,
all
Republican.
Yeah, no, it was. It was all like red.
It was
white,
whoever.
blue,
It was whoever.
Yeah, people that were like communists.
Yeah,
Like,
it
he
is.
had everyone. He didn't
I
give a
had
fuck.
him. Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
But like everyone's like, do you even know who this is? I'm like, nope. But it was it was all
It's
local.
funny.
It was all like people
Lawn
from the
stuff, yeah.
from the town. It wasn't like any like big candidate names. It was all just like
They just
local
take the sign.
mayor, local
Yeah.
Rip the
whatever.
sign out of somebody's.
Well, it all started because I was walking and it was like really dark, and I was walking and got picked up from like because we always at my school we didn't have Uber didn't show up till later in my college time because we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So we were getting picked up from one of our DDs, and I was walking to the car and I tripped over the sign, not realizing because it was dark and there was no light over there. So I said, fuck this sign, and I took it with me. Everyone's like, Tim, you really going to take the sign? I was like, yeah. I was like, this sign tripped me. I go, no one's going to trip over this sign ever again. So I took it, and that was the
And it was,
start.
a, it was a
Start.
political sign?
It was
or
a political sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, this fucking sucks. I was like, you can't see this. So I was like, the whole time I was just like, I'm like, I took it so no one else would trip over it.
Yeah.
If anything, I did the town a favor, like taking this. And for all I know, this guy could have been, I think it was a girl. I don't remember. All I know is whoever this person was, because I had so many different ones. I don't remember who it was.
Yeah.
I was just like, this person could be just doing a shitty job for the town, and I just took this from them, you know?
I wasn't there for this one either, but if you guys go down Newdorp, like right by where Griff's place is, there's a street down there called Weed Ave. And I had a stoner friend that stole the sign. And I didn't watch him do it, but I remember going to his house one day, and he just had it. And I was like, is this... Like, did you make this or is this from the actual street? He's like, no, I took this. I was like, how'd you get it? He's like, well, I kind of just shimmied up the wall because he was like a really small kid, but he had like strength to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kid was built like a toothpick, but like he could hold himself up. So he basically climbed to the top and just hung on it and just like kept breaking it down because it was clearly torn on the end. So he just kept
Someone
hanging
else tried
on
to
it.
do it before him.
Yeah, probably. And just like tore it down and he just fell with it and he like landed on his ass and he just got up. He's like, yeah, I just took the sign. And he's like, so you walked from Newdorp to your house, which is a relatively good walk. I'll tell you guys after where he walked from, just carrying this sign, and no one said a word to you. It was like, no one said a thing.
There's another one on Staten Island. It's called College Avenue that a lot of people usually take.
Yeah,
It's
the College Ave tries to. Yeah, I know a lot of people that try to take that one.
I actually, when my school had.
I know somebody that tried to take the Elm Street sign. That's over by Forest. There's an Elm Street, and it's funny. It's like one of those like little like courts or like cul-de-sacs. You know what I'm saying? It's like
so
the row of houses, and it's just like it's closed off on the end, but it's called Elm Street, and
That's funny.
yeah, it's right over by Forest Avenue,
Then
by the military base.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I have a College Avenue one, but mine was made.
Oh, okay.
By my school. Yeah.
I have mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you mean yours? Like your
my-
street?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
want to say
good one.
I don't want to
Yeah,
say
yeah, I'm
it.
not
You know
gonna
where
say
I
the
live.
street.
It's a good name.
It
Yeah,
is
it's a great name.
It's a great name. If he didn't say it,
You should take that street on the corner too, where it intersects. That sign too. That's a great one.
just put it in the corner of a
Yeah.
building. That's what I have
At the
with my
corner
two
of blank and blank, it would be kind of fire if you could get it
Get
down.
Get both of them.
Yeah, just take both.
sons. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before in the spot, like in one of the episodes. But another thing I had taken was and this is when I was like everyone. I was a menace. I took at one of the house parties. It was like a nearby a different college nearby. I took the little light switch from the lamp. I unscrewed
You're a
it.
dick.
You're an ass.
That's a great joke.
That's fucked up.
Great joke.
I unscrewed it and I'm like, this whole lamp's fucked. It's like
Literally. Do they even sell those? Can you even like get that?
you got to take it from another lamp nearby. A
What
soul
a-
for a soul.
I know they just went to turn on that lamp. Like, where the fuck is it?
What a dick.
I also took a light bulb. Like from the ceiling, it was a
I
low
feel
drop
like-
ceiling in the basement. And I took it like mid party. I was like, gee, it was a red light too.
That's funny.
I had to
So-
take it something dumb from some house.
Like
party.
those are like the two things that I thought was the funniest thing. I know people that take picture frames, like the actual picture frame from like.
I've taken pictures.
Yeah, Dan has taken pictures. For my 18th birthday, my friend at the time. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna clip that because that's not necessarily the most common name ever. But she threw a party for me, and at the time, her stepdad is still rich, but they lived in basically a fucking mansion. It was a big fucking house, right? And her parents weren't there, so she's like, "Hey, I'll throw you a party for your 18th birthday," and we. Dumb, drunk 18-year-old us that was drunk off fucking
Allegedly.
Pinnacle. No, it's
Honestly,
disgusting.
I think most people have had a bad Pinnacle story.
Everyone.
If
you don't have a bad Pinnacle story, I don't trust you.
Pinnacle was like the one of the, I had a bad night. I mentioned that one. I definitely mentioned the Pinnacle night. That was when I threw up in my dad's car the next day. I'm to a track meet.
Yes, it was Pinnacle, fucking all the disgusting bottom tier liquors that you could think of. We had Smirnoff. We had fucking Pinnacle. We had what's that other really trash?
Giorgio?
Huh?
No.
Georgie. We had Malibu. All that trash
Fireball?
bottom tier. Fireball we had. All that trash garbage bottom
Sweet
tier
shit.
liquor that we all were like, oh, it tastes sweet. Like, it tastes like nothing. Oh, that fucking Smirnoff that's red, white, and blue. That tastes like those
hate
fucking
those.
popsicles.
My friend Bree likes them.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
like, this is ass. Unless
Yeah.
it's only good if it's chilled.
No, even then.
If it's not chilled, it's disgusting. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, that shit is gross.
When it's frozen, it tastes like a frozen pop.
Yeah,
Pop. That's why it's good.
This shit is gross. But anyway.
Don't touch that shit.
Yeah, no, that shit'll kill you. But anyway, we got super, super drunk, and us being 18-year-old shitheads, we're just like, yo, we're in this mansion, let's play hide and seek. So that was where our mind went to. So
so innocent, so pure.
my friend Nicole, drunk at 18 years old, we're just like,
Wholesome.
fuck it, let's play hide and seek.
Don't lose your dinosaur.
Yeah, don't lose your dinosaur, right? Don't lose your imaginary friends, kids. But anyway, my friend Nicole at the time, so basically she had thought of this great hiding spot. And to be honest, if she hid back there, she probably would have fell asleep because we would have never found her. So basically in her basement, in the back room, there was just stacks and stacks of empty boxes that her dad used for her business because they were all like zip tied together. So like stuff that he would ship out, he would box up and ship out. So he just had stacks of this cardboard. So her idea was, I'm going to hide behind this pile of cardboard. We would have never found her, ever. She probably would still be there to this day. So she's like, Bassart, come help me climb over this. I'm like, all right, drunk ass me. I put my hands like this. She puts her foot on my hands, and I push her up, but I push her up too far. Head goes straight to the light bulb. Bop! Cracks the whole fucking thing. We hear, I was like, oh shit, the whole room goes dark. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? She goes, you threw me into the light bulb.
I'm like, oh shit, I killed her. Oh fuck. I electrocuted her.
No, nothing really happened. Like, she didn't even get cut. Like, the
That was
bulb
good.
just shattered, and that was it.
That's
But,
funny.
yeah. That was a good time.
So I stole a light bulb, you broke one.
Yeah, you stole a light, but yeah, that's what reminded me of it, honestly.
Science, great.
Yeah.
What's a science one?
Smash your skull into... Because I guess I just fucking flung
Don't
her.
think I fucked with lights. Nope.
Yeah.
I've stole people's liquor. Like, I just left the party with it. Like, I was at a huge house party. I didn't know them, and there's something sitting there. I'm like, all right, this is mine.
That's
I'm
What-
gonna leave.
what's
Leave.
the I feel like the etiquette, right, is if you bring a bottle and no one opens it, you have the right to take the bottle back to a house party from a house party,
no, 100%.
right? That's like
Why not?
proper
Why
etiquette.
not?
Unless you gave it to them as a gift.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
one
different.
thing. Yeah.
But like if you know everyone shows up with bottles for this house party, and by the end of the night, as you're leaving, your bottle of tequila, vodka, whiskey, whatever is there, and it's sealed, you can take that home.
Yeah. Unless
Unless it was like really a gift.
yeah, and or the owner, said, hey, like this is my favorite bottle or something like that.
If it's your favorite bottle, you would have cracked it. Let's be honest.
If they bet 10 people, let's say 10 people got the same bottle.
I guess, but
I'm taking it back. I don't care.
yeah, no, honestly, yeah, because then you have the rest of these 10 just chilling here. Like,
No, like they got it to all 10, but I mean, they had that one bottle. Maybe that wasn't.
I'm
even
gonna
yours.
take it back, bro. If I can guarantee that that's my bottle, like.
It's in the same spot that I put it down.
Yeah, I put that down there. I'm gonna take this back.
I'd
It
be
is
very
sealed.
surprised if there's a sealed bottle at their party.
It's happened. It's happened.
Yeah,
to me.
it
That happened the last one we went
Yeah,
to.
I know, and my Grey Goose bottle.
Yeah, your Grey Goose bottle and my bottle. And it was Casamigos. I
Yeah.
literally left it there. No one drank it.
everyone would drink everything, like all the other
All the
Crazy.
other bottles of Casamigos were open. Everybody's using it. Mine was still sealed there. I was like, I'm gonna fucking take this back.
Take it back.
Now I do that. I'm always weird about that with beer. Like,
No,
if
beer,
I-
I
Oh,
just
beer,
leave.
I'm not gonna take.
Well, the thing is, like, if I buy a 30 rack, right, and I'm there.
Unless you're like away somewhere. I don't
Well,
fucking
that's
take
what
it,
I'm
but-
like. If I go to like someone's house, I usually say, I'm like, "Are you gonna drink the beer?" Or like, if I bring a beer that I like, and I like the Sam Adams,
Right.
The winter
Oh,
one.
that's just disgusting.
I liked it, so I brought it I bought like the whole case, and I was like, okay, like I like this beer because I'm gonna be drinking what I want to drink. And at the end of the day, like I mean, I saw like one or two people like have one, have two, or something, but there's still like
A lot.
yeah. So like as I'm leaving, I'm like, hey, if I leave this, will you guys
want
actually
it, or-
drink it? Like if not, like
I'll take it.
I will if it's okay, like I'm gonna take it. Like
My
you-
big thing is I'll just leave whatever I drink, and then like say you have a party back-to-back days,
yeah.
and I bring something and there's like extra, and I leave it. I'm showing up the next day with more beer. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't show up anywhere empty-handed.
I don't like- I-
as many times.
That's,
Like,
I supplied Tim's fridge in his basement a little bit.
I
I just
do-
leave
yeah.
shit in his
I
house.
do
It's
too.
finally pretty much.
I just leave shit in his house.
That's pretty much. It's almost done. All that fridge down there, which is nice.
God bless.
I do it all the time. And Tim would be like, "Yo, Tim will literally write, do not bring alcohol. I have so much, and I still come in with a case."
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to drink the old alcohol.
Yeah,
No,
that's what everyone-
that's not only that, but it's also like I can't show up empty. Like I gotta bring something. Like
I know. Yeah, I think that, honestly, I think that's one thing that I will say I found with most people from Staten Island is the courtesy to do that. Like people like to bring stuff.
I'll
to
bring
other
it. Yeah.
people's-
I don't even ask. I'm just gonna bring.
I don't
it.
know if I just hang out with like nice people like that, but like most people I know from Staten
They'll bring
Island,
something.
They
yeah.
they will always bring something.
I find for
Anything.
the
Usually if it's ice or cups or something.
They're bringing something.
yeah.
Or they'll ask. You.
They'll ask-
They'll ask like if
They'll
you're always-
ask, and then they'll bring something anyway, even if you say no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like whether it's
yeah.
like a small little bottle, like something. Like,
yeah,
That's why.
or I will throw money towards something.
yeah.
That like if you're just like, oh, I'm gonna get 2 kegs. All right, what do you want me to send you? Like for it, I'll chip in for it. And I may not even have a drop out of the keg because I hate drinking out of kegs because I don't feel like pumping it. And no.
Yeah.
The only time I'll drink out of a keg is if I see somebody else pouring. I'm like, oh yeah, pour me too. Just sneaking in, so I don't gotta sit here and be like, like a dickhead.
Jerk off the keg.
Jerk off the keg. Yeah, just spit on it a little.
Someone's behind you. What are you doing over there?
Nothing.
What are you doing, step bro?
What are you doing, step keg?
Step keg. But yeah.
Tapping the keg.
Anywho, but yes. Do you have anything else?
Top of my head, no. I'll probably think
Dan,
of something
get
after
closer to
this.
Like
that
I said,
mic.
I kind of just.
I'm gonna-
Dan, get closer to that mic.
I don't want to.
I don't want. Okay. All right. That's fine. We're not your fucking dad.
That's true.
You're not my dad.
Yeah, those are like the main things that I probably have not probably, like I did, like allegedly.
I know, not drunkenly, but there was a lot of gnome stealing growing up. Like off
Project.
people's-
That was because
huh?
we did Project X.
Oh, stealing the garden gnomes.
yeah.
Oh,
off the
yeah, yeah,
lawns.
Yeah.
But that
never
wasn't
did
like,
that.
that wasn't like drunk. It was like
It's
just
like caps.
dumb growing up things.
Yeah, it's like caps.
So one time I didn't steal it. It turned out it was actually my neighbor. But
Will you be my neighbor?
will you be my neighbor? Hello there, neighbor. So it was around the holidays. I think it was last
Rest in
year.
peace, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, it was last year, and we have these mechanical deers on our front yard for for the holidays, and they move, like the heads move and stuff like that. Well, next thing you know, we had dinner and we looked out. I think my brother was coming home or something like that, and apparently there was just a random third deer that was plugged in to the other deers, and it moved. And it was mounted on top of one of the deers. So
Wait. Somebody did that?
someone took.
That's a top tier prank.
That was the funniest thing ever.
That's a top
and
tier
like
prank.
we had no idea who it was because we were like
The guy who did it, come on the show.
Well, yeah,
It's a
so
good
it wound up being my neighbor.
Oh,
It's a good
okay.
joke.
Can we
yeah,
get him on the show?
But like, yeah, you can absolutely.
Wait, is this the one with the raccoons?
Yeah.
He's sick.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Well, no one knows where you live.
Yeah, I know, but still, no one knows where I live, but not everybody knows where I live. It's from that's a video that I know that some people know. What was it? Court of Confessions. That's where it's from.
No, I don't know that one. Give the man some milk.
Mulk.
I'm gonna grape you in the mouth.
I'm gonna grape. He's
I'm so we gotta watch. I'll watch a couple more of those.
Yeah,
I got
that's
some
fine.
more.
That's fine.
Well, that's a different. Those are just YouTube videos and
We could that'd be a great deep dive, you
Oh,
know,
it's-
and we can plug the phones in too. Oh wait, we're probably gonna get taken down
I don't
if
know.
we did that. Yeah, let's not do that.
So those are like the main things I have taken. There was one last thing that this was like an ongoing like joke for, like with me and one of the other RAs at my school. So he had actually it was between me and two other RAs. One of them had a cutout board of Batman, right? So
Which Batman? That's a very important question.
old school, or is it I guess 80s Batman, 90s Batman?
George Clooney Batman or
Yeah.
Michael Keaton Batman?
Maybe Michael Keaton.
Oh,
I mean, I was more so like the comic book one, the natural, like with the gray bodysuit,
okay.
blue face, yeah, like I don't know if that would
Adam West.
Adam West.
Nah, not like an Adam West one. That's like the OG. No, so that one people would. I think at my school it was like a tech school, so you had a lot of like nerdy humor. But a lot of people, what they would do is they would put cutout boards and hang them up in the windows.
Right.
So we had townhouse styles. So every time I would be doing rounds, when people first started doing this, I thought people were actually watching me as I was doing my rounds. So like I would go out of the rooms and I would look up at one of the windows and I'd see a figure there in the distance. So I'm like, okay, and I keep going about my rounds, and then one whole weekend I was like that. I'm like, this person just keeps like, I don't know what's going on.
Ike's grilling you.
Yeah, like because it's at night, it's at dark, so I just
Right.
see the light
figure.
up, yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on over there. Like they're just staring out the window. Like it's kind of
kinda scary, yeah.
So I told the RA of those areas, and they were like, oh yeah, that's a cutout. I was like, what? But that's a side point. But the other thing was one of the RAs had a Batman one that he would hung up. And the ongoing thing was whenever one of us was on rounds and we would get to that RA's suite, we would go in there and take the cutout, and then you would hide it and put it in yours or whatever.
Right.
And then the person, whoever had it, they had to like pretty much figure out who did it, or like it was just kind of keep away
Right.
the whole time, and like or you would have it hanging up somewhere in your room, like completely like out of sight, but it's still like hanging up like in a back wall or like somewhere. And one day you just come back and you're like, where the fuck is it? And you text them and you're like, which one of you has it? And it's like, LOL.
So it's like Elf on a Shelf, but
yeah.
like in reverse.
Yeah. Or or it's like kind of like I guess stationary tag.
Yeah.
Is that what you'd call it?
I guess so.
Yeah. Material tag? I don't know. I think that sounds wrong. But no, there was that one, and then later on, then my one friend wound up getting the beef jerky Sasquatch.
Nice.
So like we had two of them that were going around, so no one knew where one of the other one was. Like
Right.
it was like I thought you had, and like if you had both of them, it was like it was kind of comical, and then
Right.
the other two would kind of work together and be like, I'm gonna take one, and you take the other one, type of thing.
It was like connecting the Infinity Stones, you know.
Basically, yeah.
Fun.
But that was like but the thing was, it was usually because one would be on duty while the other ones are out going out drinking or something like that. So that was funny. that was the good stuff. The other one was just me being a menace. Anyway,
It was about that time.
If anybody has a good drunk thing that they stole, let us know.
yeah.
You guys
fun.
ever see that video? It's been rolling around the internet for a while where there's that girl that steals mats from places that she goes.
Mats?
Like
Yeah.
like bar mats.
Yeah, but like this girl takes them from restaurants. That's what it reminded me of. Like there was a collection of them. Somebody actually went through the internet and found she stole one from IHOP. Like and it says "Welcome to IHOP." So she like comes to the front, like all her like friends that she's with is like walking out with her, and she looks around and she wraps it up, takes it, and just runs out the door. There's another one where she does it at Applebee's where it says "Welcome to Applebee's." She does the same thing. All her friends are walking out. She looks around. Sees no one there, wraps it up, takes it, and runs out with it.
See, that's stupid. You have it on video.
Yeah, no, she got caught.
Yeah.
But next time I run across it every now and then. But next time I run across it, I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah. No,
Literally, it's her. She's just like walking in front of her whole friend group, looks around, make sure like the hostess isn't there, just like sees it, just wraps it up, runs it, and takes it out. Just
Tasty lick.
I did almost forget. One time I woke up one day and like at my house back home, and we had a Captain Morgan cutout in the house, and it was the weirdest thing. And we were like, my dad and my brother wasn't like nowhere to be found, but it turned out he was out drinking.
They stole it.
He got it somehow. He stole it. He claims they gave he bugged the bar and they gave it to him or something like that. But and then he went up staying elsewhere, and
You just left it at.
so he went out, came home, dropped it off in the house, and then he left. And
That sounds like something your brother would do, though.
yeah,
Like, I fully believe that story.
and it was one of the funny things. He just had it in his room, and then finally we gotta get because he just is I don't want this in my house. I don't want this in my room anymore. We're like, well, we don't want this in the house.
Yeah.
We don't want it just anywhere in the house.
Yeah.
So we wound up getting rid of it. But it was for a month and a half. It was the funniest thing that we were just this is just a Captain Morgan, huge Captain Morgan, with stepping on the box and all, over a 6-foot cutout. It's really how the hell did you even?
Sounds
Solid.
funny.
Yeah. So that's
Nice.
I just remember that one. But anyway, all right.
This time.
About the time to catch these hands.
Yes.
Is it that time for our therapeutic session at the most?
Yes.
It is time to catch these hands.
I got a long one, so I'll go last.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah.
You got a long one?
A long one.
All right. This is the part of the show where we say that's something that really irked us, and if sometimes you can relate. If you can't, so be it. Maybe next time. All right. Dan, would
I'll
you
go
like
first.
to go first?
This week that what catches hands is being inconceivably tired because today was a rough one
Yeah.
and
No,
I'm struggling.
I'll,
I think all of us are struggling today.
I'll
No, I definitely needed that power nap before it.
I'll tag team that right now and pause. I that goes back to me getting old. It absolutely sucks. Today I don't even feel it doesn't. I don't even feel hungover at all. I'm just tired. That's my I think it's the whole I'm so used to going to bed at 11, 12 o'clock at night, the latest.
Whatever.
Waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 or usually 6.
Still
or something like that.
tired as shit
Yeah, I'm
when I
still
wake
tired,
up.
but that's a different tired than drinking.
Yeah, hungover, waking up early, and you're like, oh.
Even
fuck.
after a nap, I'm I still feel like my
Feel like the whole day's shot.
Yeah, my whole. I mean, like I said, I was a little productive today. I did some chores around the house, but still, I was
Struggling.
I was and especially because I had to wake up early, tried to get my phone. I was Dan, I didn't want to do this, but I kind of just wanted to get this over with, get my phone from Joe's and head home. I didn't want to.
Dropped them off at Joe's and fell right back asleep.
Joe looks like he was in the same situation.
Yeah.
He's first off he had a delivery. There was and he's the delivery came at 7 o'clock in the morning as well because his mom ordered something, so they were knocking on the door to drop it off.
It's early as hell.
Yeah,
It was early as hell.
But yeah, no, I was damn, that sucks. That and then I that's one of the reasons I didn't want to sleep at Joe's. No offense, Joe, but I knew Sam was gonna be getting out from work, and I was I don't want to. I didn't.
He was trying to avoid being up early, but he was up early anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And I had, I would have probably slept a little bit longer if I was at Joe's because my phone was there. And
Well, if you did end up just taking your phone and going to Dan's, you probably would have just slept through until 2 o'clock.
yeah, if I had my phone, that's what I told Derek.
Yeah.
I probably would have, been a little bit more tired with it. But
Yeah.
so that's why I'm tagging along with what you said.
Nice.
Fucking getting old and tired of it the next
Everything.
day drinking.
Sucks.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Ding ding.
My Cassie's hands, and this actually applies to us too, goes out to UMG, Universal Music Group. You greedy fucking cocksuckers. Anyway,
Can you explain what they are?
Universal Music Group is a fucking greedy company run by Universal that has bought up the rights to many songs for the sake of them being able to claim anything that uses those songs, even if it falls under the Copyright Act of fair fucking use. They actually restricted one of our videos. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I was very confused with that. I did see that notification.
So basically what that meant was UMG, the Universal Music Group, owns the rights to the SpongeBob theme song that we used in that video. So they have the right to restrict it within certain parts of the world. So throughout Europe, you cannot see our video with sound. Even though we're talking over it and we're only using max 7 seconds of it, they have the right to take it down because of that 7 seconds within Europe, certain parts of Africa, Russia. They can take it all
They
down.
did it for 2 of our videos then.
For 2 of our videos,
Yeah.
yes.
I didn't know what they were though. Which ones?
Yeah, one of them was we used the a few moments later, doom doom doom. That They own the rights to that, so they took that down. That's one.
And that's weird that they did because I didn't.
And
even,
those videos were so old too.
yeah. But and the thing is, those weren't even like taken from like a social media. I took that sound clip.
I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. That's what pisses me off. But Universal Music, they literally have a division in their fucking company
be
of
dicks.
people that just go through social media and see who uses their songs. They don't even use an algorithm. They have a team of people that goes and does this for little creators just so they can copyright strike them and take them down. Now, the point of a copyright strike, right, is especially with YouTube, is when that video is copyright striked, let's say they have it for a week, any money that you get from that video goes directly to them, even if it's rejected in the end. By the time YouTube gets to it and checks it, same with the Instagram post, by the time Instagram gets to it and checks it, any money or views that are made off that are null and void. It's taken down and given directly to them. So it's added more to them. On top of that, they are being sued as of last week by a class action suit because they had a sweetheart deal with Spotify. Now, what that means is any artist that falls under Universal Music Group, and I'm talking they own a lot of the major labels, they own a lot of...
They're huge.
They're huge. They own a lot of major labels. They own a lot of songs that are used publicly throughout, pop culture in America. And they had a sweetheart deal with Spotify, which means that they paid their artists less royalties in exchange for more Spotify stock. So this information came out from a whistleblower. Spotify stock plummeted because that's fucking illegal. And it makes the company look terrible. And now they have to pay back something close to $700 million.
It's still pocket change to them.
It is pocket change to them, which is fucked up. But still, their stock plummeted, and that definitely hurt them more than the $700 million.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Universal Music Group. Eat a fucking dick. Stop being greedy dickheads.
Nice.
That's
There you
that.
go.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Especially with the people, especially people make like how big they are with making like their videos and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're ripping the song and saying it's ours.
you're giving it credit if anything.
Yeah, it's like
a lot of
People know where it came from.
Well, the thing is, like, I know just when I used to be like on a binge watching like YouTube, like actual YouTube videos, like because there were some channels I liked. If I liked the background, I would read the comments, and people always say, "Oh, what's
the song?
What's the song is that? What's a great song?
Right.
What song is it? What song is it? What song is it?" So like, you know,
yeah, but they don't view it that way
I
because
know.
Universal Music and they are the biggest fucking dickheads when it comes to that shit because all major copyright strikes, especially and they love going after the big guys too. The top YouTubers,
Yeah,
they
they're
fucking love it.
Of course.
Because, like I said, when you copyright strike on YouTube, by the time YouTube gets to it, let's say it takes a week, for that 7 days, that video will remain up. But any views that they get goes to, and all that money and ad revenue goes directly to UMG.
Especially if it's like the second that video was released.
Yeah.
Like when it's fresh, everyone's watching it.
Yes. It's super fucking tough, and they are like the top guys of taking people down for copyrights like that. You can use like 4 seconds of a song they own, and they'll strike it.
That's it.
Because you can strike anyone for anything.
Yeah, no, I noticed that.
Yeah, you can strike anyone for anything you want.
But now, what if they strike it and it's not though? Like, what if like
The video will get put back up. UMG, nothing will happen to them.
like let's say like I put a video up with no music whatsoever, but it got striked.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I just like. If I put up a video,
Right.
like this podcast, we put it up.
Right, like you put it up, but I go personally and strike
No,
it.
not even. Yeah, yeah. Like, but I'm saying like we're all on it. Let's say like a third person is
Right.
watching our video and they put a strike in.
Any money that you've made through either views or ad revenue from YouTube would go directly to me.
So why wouldn't I just go to every single YouTube page and then just hit strike?
For a couple of reasons. One, after a while, they'll terminate your page because you'll be like, you're doing this too much and you're found negative. But UMG has money.
Right, but I would already get some of the money for it though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like anyone could just be an absolute.
But see, the thing is, when you
Well, you
copyright
have
strike,
to own the rights to whatever.
you have to have some kind of ground to stand on. Their ground to stand on is we used 4 seconds of their song. That's their ground to stand
Yeah,
on.
if it's a minute video, it's like
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
It falls under fair use. I'm not taking it and claiming it's mine. I'm using it and turning it into something different.
Right.
That falls under complete fair use. But for the fact that I have 4 seconds of something that they own, that is their ground to copyright strike me. So like that's why it wouldn't work of like you just putting up something like let's say fucking PewDiePie puts up a video and I go copyright strike it, they're gonna be like, okay, on what grounds? Like for what? You own nothing in this video. Like, but UMG owns that 4 seconds, so that's their ground to copyright strike you. And then YouTube will go through it, review it. They'll be like, no, this falls under fair use. After that, you'll get your ad revenue back. But from that point on, let's say it takes them a week to do it, which is average from what I understand to YouTube. After a week, all that money you generated in a week, and let's be honest, for those big guys, that week, that's their bread. That's their money.
I would think that it would be like, because I wouldn't think like with YouTube videos, it's like instant. Like that type of money flow would go through it. I would think it's like it has to go because obviously YouTube is paying that. It has to go through some type of like budgeting process. It's not just like, okay, this view, like the second that you get that view, that money's going that way.
I think it is though. Because it's all algorithm based. So like, and plus once you become like a partner, there's a contract you sign.
Right, but I would think it'd be like a credit card. Like, you know, like a credit card, like you're using the card for that month, like everything's getting reviewed during that whole month. That's in your
right, but I think if you were to ask me, the reason why I don't think they do it that way and they just do it directly from where it goes, because it's obviously linked to your bank because you're signing a contract with a company. I think the reason they don't do that is because there's millions of YouTube channels out there, and anyone can realistically be partnered. Once you get 1,000 subscribers, you can be partnered.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. But if it gets like,
I just think it would be too many resources for them to be like, okay, we're budgeting this, and you have this amount, and da da da.
I mean, but YouTube is that big enough where like it could 100% have that.
It could, but it would require more manpower. That's what that is what I'm thinking. Personally,
I think in a business aspect that would hurt YouTube even more if they didn't and put in that little extra few investment in those other parties.
Well, it has already, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Like
they're thinking, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's worked so far up until like
but
everyone
it's starting to break.
Well, yeah, that's why so many people have left and gone to Twitch or
Discord.
Yeah, Discord's a big one.
Yeah,
shit like that. I mean, nothing's ever gonna like. I mean, a couple people have tried to match, like Vimeo tries to match YouTube, but like
no,
it's never gonna happen. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, fuck you, Universal Music Group.
There you go.
Nice.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode. I'm gonna sign off right now.
Yep.
I'm really struggling. Listen, I hope everyone remembers, no matter how bad you're struggling, I just hope everyone remembers to feed their goldfish.
Fuck your shoulder.
And always remember to pay your fucking producer.
Skirt, 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 skirt.